I reported my therapist after 9 months of treatment. Am I destroying an innocent person's career? I started seeing Dr. Hayes for anxiety 4 years ago. She changed my life. I trusted her completely. But 3 months ago, something happened I can't ignore. I was leaving her office when I saw her in the parking lot, laughing with another patient, a man, mid-40s. They were standing too close. When she spotted me, she stepped back quickly, introduced him as a colleague. That night, I got a text from an unknown number. Saw you at Dr. Hayes' office. Coffee sometime? It was him. I mentioned it in our next session. She looked confused, said she'd never given anyone my contact information, that he must have gotten it some other way. People can be resourceful. Then my sessions started changing. She'd ask detailed questions about my marriage, my husband's schedule, where we lived. For context, she'd say. A week later, the man texted again. Knew my husband's name, knew I worked from home on Thursdays, knew I'd just fought with my sister. Things I'd only told Dr. Hayes. I brought the text to our session. She seemed shocked, said maybe I'd mentioned these details on social media. I don't have social media, I said. She suggested he might know someone in my life. For exactly 4 weeks, the texts stopped. Then they started again. More specific. Intimate details about my childhood trauma, my sexual history, things I'd only discussed in therapy. One text made my stomach drop. Your mom's handwriting on those birthday cards was brutal. Love, mother. So cold. I'd shown Dr. Hayes those cards in session, cried over them. They were in my therapy file. I confronted her, shaking. He knows about the birthday cards. She looked concerned, said client confidentiality was sacred, that maybe I'd told someone while processing trauma. Sometimes we share more than we remember when we're healing. She suggested increasing our sessions. This paranoia might be a trauma response. I started recording sessions on my phone. 2 weeks later, my husband surprised me with an anniversary trip. I didn't tell Dr. Hayes, didn't tell anyone except my boss. The day before we left, the man texted, enjoy Portugal, bring me back some port wine. We were going to Portugal. I'd mentioned it to exactly one person, Dr. Hayes. Said I was nervous about flying. When I got back, I went to her office an hour early, unannounced. She was in session with him. Through the door window, I could see her showing him a file. My file. The receptionist tried to stop me. I walked in anyway. Dr. Hayes stood up. This is highly inappropriate. Is that my file? The man smiled. Didn't even try to hide it. She fumbled. Said they were consulting on a similar case. That all identifying information was removed. I pointed at the file. Those are the birthday cards I brought in. Her face went white. How long has he been reading my sessions? Silence. How long? The man finally spoke. About 18 months. She needed help with complex cases. I looked at her. Did you charge me for sessions where you discussed my case with him? She went quiet. You charged me $200 an hour to provide content for his entertainment? The receptionist was in the doorway now, listening. I reported her to the state licensing board that afternoon. Included the texts, the recordings, photos of my file in his hands. She called me crying. Said I was destroying her career over a misunderstanding. That I was having a paranoid episode. Her colleagues called me vindictive. My mother thinks I'm overreacting. My husband's therapist friends say I'm misinterpreting professional norms. She's begging me to withdraw the complaint, offering to refund every session, promising to never practice again. The licensing board investigation revealed something worse. He wasn't a psychologist. He wasn't licensed. He was her boyfriend. Had been for 2 years. They'd been reading my therapy files like a Netflix series. My gut screamed something was wrong for months, and I learned to trust my gut.